And the Lord told me, um, I'm going to give you 10 times this back. And I just kind of forgot about it. But I was just thinking, like, while you were talking, like, probably the greatest, like, financial miracle. Um, and I think this is how God works with things like this.
Yeah, yeah.
We were living here in the early 2000s. Christy was not working. She was staying home with the kids. They were little. I was the only one working. I mean, things were tight. I'm talking about like extremely tight. If we put anything on a credit card, it was like milk, bread, like
Wow.
food. It wasn't like
The
going
essentials.
out to eat. Right. We were just trying to eat.
Yeah.
We're going into debt to have groceries, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we had a missionary here, Brother Markham. He was out in the Azore Islands off Portugal, and God talked to me again. That voice that called me in the ministry, sitting there, it's like, you need to give him $1,000. I was like, I don't have $1,000.
You want me to pull out the credit card?
Yeah, and I mean, the Lord's like, but no, you can get it. And I knew what he was talking about because I had a home equity. We owned a home in Mississippi we were renting, and we had it just opened an equity line of credit for some reason when we were living there before we moved. And so I did. I went and borrowed 1,000. I took $1,000 out of that home equity account that we had and gave it. And the Lord told me, I'm going to give you 10 times this back. And I just kind of forgot about it. And I honestly had forgotten about it until 10 years later. Okay. We were 10 years down the road in Mississippi. We'd moved back there.
Okay.
And I was doing our taxes, like filling out all that stuff, going through it. And it just hit me. Like 10 years before, I'm sitting in Florida doing my taxes. And what I was paying in taxes 10 years later is what we made 10 years previous in Florida.
Wow.
That's how much our income had went up in that 10 years.
That's amazing.
And he spoke to me again. I told you I would bless you. But I forgot about it. He could have not done it, and I would have never remembered, because it was just so much happened between, raising kids and all that. It's just fast days, just things were blurry, moving so fast. And I just lost it. I went and got Christy, and then she lost it, So it's, I, you know, and I don't know if that's everybody's story or whatever, but I do know if you're faithful and you give, he will give it back to you. It may not be instantly. It may be 10 years later.
It's God's word. It
But
will happen.
It's going to come back around. You just have to be faithful until it does. And so I think a lot of people may drop out before that comes. Just if you get a promise like that, do what he asks you to do, and then forget it. Don't put a timetable on it, because it may not be what he's going to do. Because if I'd put a timetable, okay, I'll do it, but you better give this back to me in 6 months, I probably would have hurt myself more than I would have than just giving it and letting him work through us through our daily lives.